Neil Thicker here, trying to make sense of it all, trying to figure it all out. Wanted to just share some thoughts. Watched President Biden's speech last night, which he basically gave, the guy's desperate. I mean, it seems as though this election is going to be a complete red wave. The liberals, the Democrats, really don't have much that they stand on other than a failed economy, a society that's being ripped apart because of the various policies that they've tried to institute. And, Joe Biden is pretty much prepping everybody that the fact that more than likely the Republicans will win a number of the seats that are up in the Senate and the governorships, governor's mansions that are up. You're just going to see a lot of the people on the right, a lot of the Republicans beginning to take power and take hold. And then on the flip side of that, you also have Elon Musk, which has purchased Twitter, which I see as a good thing. Allow for hopefully more freedom of speech with less censorship so that people can actually get their views heard without having to be shut down and squashed like you get on Facebook if you say something that the monitors don't like, if you have a political opinion or viewpoint that is adverse to the monitors. You get kind of put in Facebook jail and shut down. I think Elon Musk wants to allow the town square to be just that, where everybody can express themselves without having to be shut down and put away because they say something that somebody else doesn't like. And you find a lot of that on the left. It seems as though the real fascists here are the leftists, the liberals, the Democrats. They seem to be the ones who have a problem with people having an opinion that is different than their own. They want to basically shut people down who don't go along with their agenda and what they're trying to push off on the American people, which has been nothing but complete insanity and economic chaos and disaster. This is what we have seen the past 2 years. Joe Biden actually said last night that some of these elections, we won't even know the results the night of the election. They'll have to maybe count, maybe another week before they know who really won the election, which I find absolutely hilarious. With all the technology that we have at our disposal, that it would take a week to find out who won. But what he's really saying is that, if there's a candidate that they don't like, they'll keep counting and manufacturing votes until they actually win. That's really what he's saying. And that's why there is so much doubt about him, is because, whenever the election happened the last time it took, these various states, Michigan and Wisconsin, and, we had some kind of shenanigans going on here in Georgia, and places where they're counting votes, nobody could actually see who was doing the counting, and hiding the vote counters and putting stuff on the window so people couldn't see in. Just a lot of stuff that kind of just made you wonder what was going on. So we're gonna see how it all shakes out and shapes up. But I think that the Biden administration is on it's on a desperation move. They're trying to save their party and save their agenda, which has been an agenda of failure. And now that there is momentum occurring with the Republican candidates, some of which they thought would be, candidates that they could easily defeat, like here in Georgia, the Warnock Herschel Walker race for Senate is a very tight race. I'm predicting that Herschel Walker will more than likely win that election because really, We all know that Herschel Walker isn't, he's not a, well, he's not, he's not. I wouldn't say he's not somebody that is going to draft any groundbreaking legislation, but that's not why he's going to get elected. He's going to get elected because we don't want that kind of left wing, um, go green, get broke policies pushed down our throats here in Georgia. This is a pretty prosperous state for the most part, a stable state, and some of the values and some of the, some of the issues that they're pushing here are not embraced by the majority of the people in Georgia. Now, you have Atlanta, which has a particular demographic, a particular slant, as it were, and then you have the rest of Georgia. And the rest of Georgia is going to be voting for Herschel Walker, more than likely. A lot of these races are going to wind up with people who have more conservative values. They're going to be the ones to win. After 2 years of the Joe Biden lunacy, people are just tired of it. People are tired of the inflated gas prices. They're tired of the crazy interest rate hikes. The housing market is now being decimated by these moves. And Joe Biden on day one, his first thing was to, sign off on stopping oil exploration pipelines here that were bringing oil across various lands, keeping prices at a low rate. And he decided to sign off on not doing that, which, the markets responded. Now we have these insane oil prices that we have to pay, which has increased the price of gasoline, heating oil, etc., etc. And now that winter is coming, there's going to be a big crunch. So I think, the American people are going to want to throw them out of office. That's what's going to happen. I was just watching another program in which one of the media personalities was just totally, just totally out of her mind. It was on was the 11th Hour. Katie Rule, I think that's her name, and she's just totally bugging out because Elon Musk is going to run Twitter, and it's not, Twitter's not going to be the same. They're not going to be stopping people from speaking out and having an opinion. That really bothered her. So I'm thinking to myself, this lady, she must be a fascist. She has to be, because she only wants her far left point of view to be the one that could be expressed on these platforms. So if somebody has a different point of view than her and what she approves of, they need to be cut off and shut down. That's what's going on. The idea of freedom of speech, they're trying to squash it here. If you give it to the people on the far left, we'll have no more freedom of speech. So again, this is one reason that they're going to get voted out. I've been watching this with much glee and entertainment. And I think on Tuesday, when the vote happens, you're going to find a lot of the far left people are going to be they're going to be bugging out because they're going to realize how much the country doesn't want what they're offering. From inside the empire, Neo Thinker.